Our favorite limbless Frenchman is back, Jose. I'm talking about Rayman. He is back in Rayman Legends. Now, it's been a couple years since we played Rayman Origins, which was one of our favorite games of 2011. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was way back at the Saints Row the Third days.
Way back in the day, that's right. What'd you think of the new one?
Well, you know what? I gotta say right off the bat that this is one of the prettiest games that you will ever see with your eyeballs.
They've actually upped the graphical quality somehow. And Rayman Origins was beautiful.
Don't know how they do it.
This game, you're right, it's off the charts how pretty this game looks. It never really breaks or cracks. It feels like you're literally playing a cartoon. Right from the beginning of this game, you have access to a bunch of different levels, and then as you play through a few of those, you get access to even more levels. I mean, at one point I felt like I could play 10 or 11 different levels,
right?
And all for the first time, and get all kinds of new crap, and that would open up more stuff. Everything you do in this game opens up new stuff to do, and all of it, without fail, is beautiful and creative and new and fresh. It never feels like they're just trotting the same ground over and over again.
Yeah, they're constantly introducing new enemies, new visuals to see.
They have actually gone a little bigger than they did in Origins. They have boss fights here with some very awesome, very big bosses.
Crazy awesome. I mean, you thought the enemies, just the standard enemies in the levels were great looking. The bosses and just how you go about figuring out how you're supposed to fight them, that's an adventure in itself as well.
I really loved just how it was always throwing new things at you, and despite how many new things you're seeing and dealing with, you still only have the same couple of basic moves. You got your jump, your glide, you've got a little dash. You don't have that many things that you have to keep track of in your head in terms of the controls. It's still very much straightforward platforming, like old school. I mean, this is not a lot of newfangled stuff. You're not using the bumpers and the Y button. You're just jumping and running and jumping and running and gliding. They really get a lot out of those very simple moves.
I mean, it just goes to show you don't have to utilize the entire controller to get the most out of a video game.
Yeah, although it is important to note that this game is available on different consoles, and what's obviously important here is that this initially started off as a Wii U exclusive.
Yeah.
They put it out on the 360 and PS3 as well, and what you find is this game really does feel at home on the Wii U, and I talk about that specifically in terms of Murphy, who is this little froggy character. When you play it with the Wii U, you actually control his movements on the touchscreen. Same thing over on the PlayStation Vita, by the way.
Yeah.
And I think that, using the touchscreen, is sort of the native playthrough style of this game. So I gotta say, for the first time ever, maybe the last time ever, Rayman Legends, it's better on the Wii U than it is on the other systems. But any system you have, you're gonna have fun with this, especially if you've got other friends around. Like the other game, multiplayer is huge here.
Yeah, and even if you don't have any friends around, the online component of the game as well. There's daily challenges that will update every day, something new to do.
I love how much content they packed into this game. Typically, when you think of it, a platform game, you think of it as being a very linear, short experience. You're gonna play it, you're gonna beat it, you're gonna move on. This game, Rayman Legends, it feels like there's so much already here that I'm gonna just be in front of it for hours. These daily challenges and weekly challenges will keep you coming back to it. And more than anything, it's really just a beautifully designed, a beautifully built video game. Well, he might not have any arms and he might not have any legs, Jose, but he has a lot of heart. What are you gonna give Rayman Legends?
I'm giving Rayman Legends a 9 out of 10. Definitely worth checking out.
I'm going even higher, man. 9.5. This is one of the best games of the year, people.